What if everything you thought you knew about spiritual awakening was only half the story? Maybe you've heard it described as a magical moment of clarity, a sudden elevation to a higher plane where suffering disappears and life feels complete. But what if I told you that the path to awakening is far more complex, raw, and deeply human? What if the blissful narratives we've been sold are just fragments of a much larger and more challenging truth? Spiritual awakening is not the serene escape it's often made out to be. It's not about floating above life's chaos and touched by pain. Instead, it's about diving headfirst into the depths of your soul. Awakening invites you to face your deepest fears, your buried insecurities, and the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. It's not a journey into perfection, but a return to wholeness, one that includes both light and shadow. By the end of this video, you'll have a new perspective on what awakening truly means, and you'll understand why this path, though difficult, is one of the most transformative journeys you can embark on. The romanticized myth versus the raw reality. When most people think about awakening, they imagine transcending the human condition, becoming untouchable by life's hardships. It's often sold as a magical solution, a way to permanently exist in joy and peace. But the reality is starkly different. Awakening does not erase challenges. It amplifies awareness of them. It pulls back the veil, revealing the truths we've avoided, our insecurities, fears, and the wounds we carry. This revelation is not an error in the process, it's the process itself. Awakening demands courage as it challenges us to face the parts of ourselves that we've buried. The truth is, you cannot step into the light without first walking through the shadow. Confronting the shadow within. The shadow is the repository of all that we've rejected, ignored, or hidden. It's the pain we've suppressed, the emotions we've deemed unacceptable, and the parts of ourselves we've been taught to fear. Awakening brings this shadow to the surface, not to punish us, but to liberate us. At first, this confrontation may feel overwhelming. It's like opening a floodgate you've spent years reinforcing. But within that flood lies untapped energy, potential, and power. By facing your shadow, you begin to integrate the fragments of yourself, reclaiming the wholeness that has always been your essence. Awakening as integration, not perfection. One of the greatest misconceptions about spiritual awakening is that it's about becoming perfect. The truth is, awakening is not about transcending your flaws, but embracing them. It's about recognizing that your imperfections are not hindrances. They are the very tools through which you grow. This process of integration, of bringing together the light and dark aspects of your being, is what makes awakening transformative. It's not about erasing pain, but finding peace within it. It's not about rejecting fear, but learning to coexist with it. True spiritual awakening is messy, raw, and profoundly human. The role of pain and suffering. Pain is often seen as the enemy of peace, but on the path of awakening, pain becomes a teacher. It shows us where we've been disconnected, where we've built walls, and where healing is needed. Awakening doesn't shield us from suffering. Instead, it changes how we engage with it. Rather than running from discomfort, we learn to sit with it. We begin to understand that pain is not something to be avoided, but embraced. It's through this acceptance that transformation occurs. We realize that peace is not the absence of pain, but the presence of awareness, even in the midst of turmoil. The ego's resistance. One of the biggest challenges on the journey of awakening is the ego. The ego thrives on control, separation, and identity. It clings to labels, achievements, and the stories we tell ourselves about who we are. Awakening threatens this constructed identity, and the ego resists fiercely. This resistance often manifests as fear, doubt, or even anger. The ego will try to convince you to abandon the path, to retreat into the familiar. But awakening is not about destroying the ego. It's about seeing through its illusions. It's about recognizing that the ego is not who you are, but a tool you've used to navigate the world. Letting go of illusions. True awakening requires a shedding of illusions. This can feel like a loss, a disillusionment that leaves you questioning everything you once believed. But this stripping away is not a punishment. It's a gift. It clears the way for a deeper truth to emerge. As you let go of false identities and attachments, you make space for your authentic self to come forward. This self is not defined by achievements or external validation. It is grounded, connected, and deeply aware. Awakening reveals that who you are at your core has always been enough. Living authentically. Spiritual awakening is not a destination, but an ongoing journey. It's about living authentically, embracing the full spectrum of life with all its beauty and messiness. It's about being present, not just in moments of joy, but also in moments of pain. This presence is not passive. It's an active engagement with life as it unfolds. When you are fully present, you experience life in its raw, unfiltered reality. You stop running from emotions, stop resisting challenges, and start embracing them as opportunities for growth. Compassion and connection. As you awaken, you begin to see the interconnectedness of all life. This awareness naturally fosters compassion, not just for others, but also for yourself. You realize that everyone is on their own unique journey, carrying their own burdens and fears. Compassion becomes more than a feeling. It becomes a way of being. You stop judging others for their imperfections and start extending the understanding and kindness you've learned to give yourself. This shift in perspective transforms your relationships, allowing for deeper, more meaningful connections. Embracing the present moment. The present moment is the only place where life truly exists. Awakening draws you into this moment, helping you let go of the past and the future. It teaches you to experience life as it is, without the distortions of judgment or expectation. This presence doesn't mean forcing yourself to be happy or ignoring challenges. It means being fully engaged with whatever is happening, whether it's joyful or painful. In this state, you find a peace that is not dependent on circumstances, but arises from within. The ongoing journey. Spiritual awakening is not a single event. It's a continual unfolding, a process of discovery and integration. There will be moments of clarity and moments of doubt, times of joy and times of struggle. But with each step, you move closer to the truth of who you are. This journey is about letting go of control, embracing uncertainty, and finding freedom in the flow of life. It's about living with awareness, courage, and compassion. And it's about recognizing that you are not separate from the world around you, but deeply connected to it. If this resonates with you, take a moment to reflect. What parts of yourself have you been avoiding or rejecting? What truths have you been afraid to face? The journey of awakening begins with a single step, the step of turning inward. Thank you for being here, for exploring this path with me. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue this journey together, embracing the light and the shadow, the joy and the pain. This is Dark Light Journey, and I'll see you in the next video.